always laughs. This is the food of the month. And the food of the month is something that we especially curate for you. And she was like, I should just open this up from you because normally
this one's open.
This one's open.
You can do,
okay.
you can do your,
yeah.
Be careful.
Be careful around
Don't try
me.
this at home.
You might pull back a stump because I go like this. That's literally how I eat. And there's a picture of me on Facebook, and I just did that on national television. And yes, the reason that we're looking at this is that there is a freshness seal. So there will be a freshness seal on every single one.
Yes,
so
there
that's
will.
When
it comes to your house.
that there's one meant for me. But this is Christy Fletcher. She's been bringing us Germac. This is the wow we're talking about. This is the cashew cranberry with caramel sea salt truffles. It is our food of the month for January. It's $39.86 for 3 16-ounce jars. 2 easy payments of $19.93. Remember, all shipping and handling is free, but I hope that while I was saying that, you were looking at the goodness that will be coming out of every single jar. It's M44335. This, again, is one of those items I say, lock and auto delivery. It's a shipment now and a shipment in 60 days. Only 2 shipments, and we can only do that because there's chocolate in here.
That's right.
So there's a limited amount of time that we're able to make sure you get your shipments
without it melting.
That's right. So tell us the story of Germac and why this is a food of the month.
Well, Germac has been around. We've been batch roasting nuts now since 1923. That's 94 years now this year. 94 years of batch roasting nuts in the same way, and we still do it the same way today. We are 4th generation Germac and still family owned. And this beautiful mix is especially for you at the Q, at the QVC. You cannot find this, and QVC too. You cannot find this even on Germac.com.
Oh,
and it is packed. It's packed fresh, only to your order, and you were shown the freshness seal by Wally and his team in the warehouse, and that's another Germac factor there too. These jars that you're going to be getting to your home do not exist yet. I have to make a phone call when I get off air, and not many, if any, nut companies can still say that they pack fresh to order. Most of them warehouse. We do not do that, and that makes a huge difference.
Remember, you're going to receive, I should just stack all of these, you'll receive 3 of the 16-ounce jars.
The Tower of Germac.
The Tower of Germac. All this is going to come to you for $19.93. I send this to my family when I'm heading home for Christmas, and I also send our croissants to my family when I'm heading home for Christmas. Usually I squirrel away 1 jar for myself. Don't tell anybody.
Oh, you're supposed to do that.
Right, because
I
love them so much. Will you tell us, this is a recipe. There are 4 ingredients in here.
Just 4.
Just 4. So it's not like, some kind of crazy mix that they've done. They have, thought about what flavors balance one another and complement one another.
That's right. We have other mixes that have 8 ingredients. That's because that's what they needed. This one only needed 4. We didn't want to overdo it. And we'll start it with the milk caramel sea salt truffles. I call this Hello Truffle Mountain. And we present it this way just to give you the flavor profiles. You can see the sea salt. There's gourmet milk chocolate and then silky buttery caramel inside there. It's not chewy caramel. It's buttery. You put that in your mouth and it just melts.
And if you already know this, call us. We'd love to hear your story at 1-800-600-1556.
And where we start, of course, a lot of the base of our recipes is with our batch roasted nuts. This is one of our most popular, our cashews. That's pure canola oil and a little bit of salt, batch roasted in the Germac tradition. Cranberries in here, Rachel, the only fruit in here, and that's because that nice tartness balances so well with those batch roasted nuts and the gorgeous chocolate with that silky caramel made by a gourmet chocolatier. It's all gourmet all the way, and then down to our almonds, which I think is my favorite nut. That's a meatier nut, a little more crunchy nut than the cashew, and a little bit of canola oil and a little bit of salt there, and you're looking for that rich brown color. Beautiful recipe, and the aroma is just...
Christy, you hand me a jar and I go...
I know, but I mean, when you can smell something and it's... She's taking a shot.
Shameless.
She's taking a shot. I love it.
I do. I like to drink my Germac. But will you show us the back of this jar? Because I bet you'll notice as you pour.
Oh, okay.
How there isn't any. What you won't see is you won't see that little dust. Notice what you're not seeing is kind of half pieces of cranberries and half pieces of almonds and half pieces of cashews. It is literally like someone created the cashew and they put it in there individually so that they're not broken, they're not all smeared over. And what you weren't seeing on the bottom, right?
Yeah. That's what you're looking for.
You don't see any of that dust.
Right.
Where something has settled and it's been sitting on a shelf for too long, and you're like, I don't know how old these nuts are.
That's right.
I don't
Well,
know how old
that's what
cranberry
happens when
is.
you go even to your gourmet shop. You know, you see settling, you see excess salt, and it's because the food has just been sitting around or it's oversalted. There's your Germac factor right there. And again, that chocolate. I mean, the minute I pour it out, you can smell not only just the chocolate, the buttery caramel, and the freshness of the nuts in there, and the tart cranberries that are in this gorgeous recipe. Again, just right here, we do not even sell it at Germac.com. It's
Here's
just
what
for
I
the
love about
QVC.
it. Good for you, good for you, good for you treat.
Yes.
I mean, seriously, when you think about it, you know, good for you is, I'll say it's relative, but this is straight from nature, straight from nature, straight from nature treat. That's why we look at this and we go, wow, that is a really great choice if I needed to have a snack. Something a little bit for my sweet tooth, but then that great salty crunch and that balance of textures as well. Because not only do you want a combination of sweet and salty, but you'd love to have some texture. You don't want something that's necessarily all gooey. You got a little bit of the, lovely caramel inside, but then you get the crunch of the wonderful almonds and the cashews. It is just delicious. It's a party in your mouth.
It is a party in your mouth, and it's beautiful to put out. And you're right, we pay attention to textures. I can hear you crunching. You hit it. You just hit an almond.
I
See,
did.
I'm very familiar with that almond crunch. All different textures and all different flavors in here are covered. And again, these truffles are made by a gourmet chocolatier that is right here in Pennsylvania. So it's all, and that's the way you eat it right there. Just take a shot. Just take a shot. But you can just tell. You open bags and jars of things at your gourmet shop, and you'll open it up, and it either smells rancid or it smells like nothing. When you open these jars up, you get that aroma of freshness. You get that Germac factor, and all the way down to the labels. That's a beautiful shot right there. You look at these gorgeous labels. If you want to hostess gift or something like that. Look how pretty that is. We pay a lot of attention to our labels as well as anything.
And here's the other thing. You're not at a grocery store opening up a bin and taking a scoop with that bulk
I can't do that.
Or
there's something wrong.
Chocolates or the bulk. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what? This is cold and flu season right now.
Yeah.
Honestly. And we're in the grocery store and we are all grabbing that same scoop and we're grabbing that same, bag from the same handle that somebody else picked up. These are curated. It's a recipe for you. They don't start packing them until we order them. And I'd love to welcome in our caller. Hey, Marcia from Ohio. I'm Rachel. This is Christy. How are you?
Marcia from Ohio. Hello.
Great.
Good.
Great.
Happy President's Day to you.
Yes, you too.
Thank you. Are you picking this up or are you familiar with Germac?
I'm very familiar with it. It's a good product, and I love that particular one. And I believe it or not, I give the Germac away for birthdays and Christmas and, to cheer somebody up. And everybody absolutely loves them.
I'm so happy to hear that because you can't find things like this anywhere else, right? And I'm glad you love this one in particular. I really am.
It's the Germac is very fresh, but I like this one in particular because I like the truffles.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, they're Marcia.
Exactly.
You, they
and
are.
I have a sweet tooth, a little bit. And how did you find Germac, Marcia? Here or somewhere else?
No, there. And the people I give them to say, "Where'd you get this? We want to get, we want to order some." So I tell them where I get it, and they order it.
Oh,
thank you so much for spreading the word. We appreciate it.
We do appreciate it.
I absolutely love it. I mean, it's wholesome. It's good. It's good for you. The caramels might not be, but they're, but, you got to add a little sweetness.
You need your chocolate, sweetheart. You've got to have a little bit of chocolate. Don't deny yourself that. That would just not be right.
Everything's so fresh.
Oh, yes.
Always fresh.
Yeah.
That's the key.
I really like the product.
Oh, well, Marcia.
Thank you so much, Marcia.
Thank you so much for calling us, and thank you so much for being a QVC shopper. We so appreciate you, and have a blessed evening, okay?
Yes, and I appreciate you guys, too, and you have a nice evening, too.
Oh, thank you. And call back anytime, please.
Night, Marcia.
Okay,
night. Bye.
Bye.
Well, I love that she called and took the time to call when we asked.
Sweetheart,
so thank you, Marcia.
yes.
I really appreciate that. And I love that this is your favorite. You know
I'm
what?
gonna start doing it your way.
Exactly. Start doing it my way. We drink our Germac here. That's how we roll. Thanks, Christy Fletcher. Nice to see you. It's M44335. That's your item number. And remember, there's an auto delivery of now and 60 days, which I highly recommend. Alrighty. You know what? We are going to keep it coming with the treats. Coming up in 12 minutes. This is from Liberty Orchard. It's funny because